Sam Amini coming out representing War Lions MMA. Not just a lion, Steve, a War Lion.
How can you make a lion sound even more fierce? Put him in a war. And I've seen them warm up in backstage just a few moments ago. Really, really Muay Thai heavy gym.
Yep.
Really want to keep it striking, etc. But something that's very interesting about this fight is this is the super lightweight division. So about 75 kilos. Something that we've done recently at Battle Arena is start to add in those well, we call them super weight divisions, but these weight divisions that you've been waiting for to try to space things out, give maybe larger fighters or fighters that are caught in between different weight categories a chance to really shine, and that's what that super lightweight division is doing. 75 kilos, so just shy of 165 pounds.
And the tagline of the gym, of the War Lions, is "We don't fight, we hunt." And that's a great mindset coming into this cage.
That's badass. Sam Amini looks in great shape. It's always a good sign when you come in with the Vale Chudo shorts. Vale Chudo shorts. You ever wear the shorts? The Vale Chudo? No? This guy's good.
Here we go, Paul Jones coming out representing Middlesbrough Fight Academy. On this, what a fight to kick off this evening here in Dunstable. And he's coming out to a good song, bit of Fugees, bit of 90s hip hop.
Ready or not.
It's a good song. It's a good song to fight to. It's interesting, the whole walkout music. We've had amazing fighters on the show come out to the Beatles, very unusual, and then a bit of a classic that me and you probably cringe at by now is Eminem, especially Lose Yourself.
Lose Yourself. I like Can't Be Touched by Roy Jones. But
oh yeah, Can't Touch Roy Jones. That's
because
a very
then
classic.
You're definitely going to get touched. But Middlesbrough Fight Academy, they benefit from having a lot of professional fighters fighting in some of the best organizations in the UK. So there's going to be a lot of experience in that Middlesbrough Fight Academy corner. So I'm hoping that Paul Jones and Sam Amini are going to show some high fight IQ to kick us off. Honestly, I don't want a quick one tonight. I want all 3 rounds. I want it to be a slobber knocker. I want people knocking them down, dragging them out. 75 kilos here. And they both had some big weight cuts because these guys were shredded at the weigh-ins.
And we've
somebody's fired up.
Yeah, Paul Jones absolutely shredded.
Pictograms.
Here we go, Steve. Kicking off the evening, we have Sam Amini in the solid black shorts and Paul Jones in the white and black RDX shorts. Here we go. If it was a lat competition,
someone's going to fly away. And
it's Paul Jones is going to fly away.
I'm really interested in how this starts. As we always say, it's really indicative of how the fight's going to go, who's going to get there and try to hurt. Now jab lands early for Sam Amini. He sprawls hard on Paul Jones's double leg shot. He's going to be clever here. He's wrapping the head but allowing himself to get taken down, really.
Will we see a very fast submission? He's going to struggle now that Paul Jones has stepped over that leg. Paul Jones, interesting approach, Steve. No setup, no discernible technique, just almost a rugby tackle, piled in using his physicality.
He gobbled that jab and just headed in for more. Sam Amini is wrapping it.
Yeah, I mean,
but now he's got
Amini looking the more technical of the two, but Paul Jones just using that brute strength, forcing the fight.
Yeah, let's see if he can lift Sam Amini, start getting the takedown. He does, he chases him across. He's in the middle of the cage, probably where he wants to be as he settles on top here.
Yeah, interesting that Amini is wrapped with his left arm, but really what he wants is an underhook with his left arm. So he wants to put his arm under the armpit of Paul Jones and then he'll be able to make space and hopefully get out of this awkward half guard position.
Paul Jones with those big old arms, it's going to be hard to get them out of that wrap, but he will slowly work himself out of there, and this is a great position to ground and pound from.
Yeah, oh, It's actually left a bit of space then for Amini just to bring his right leg through. I felt like it's a little bit of a mistake from Paul Jones there, and Amini capitalizes just as I said it, back to full guard.
You called that one, Chris. What are the lottery numbers?
It's like I know a little bit about grappling.
Maybe just. Sam Amini still working the underhook on the right side there.
Yeah.
Paul Jones doing a lot in the judge's mind here, because he's pitter-pattering, he's hitting to the body, he's controlling the position of the fight right now. He's on top. He's got a good grinding style, and Sam Amini's getting suffocated underneath him. That's a lot of pressure coming down through you.
Yeah, no, the look of Amini is like, it's almost like he predicted this. Maybe just based on the physical differences between the two. Maybe part of the game plan is ride out the first round, let Paul Jones get tired, because, you know, just being that muscular can be exhausting in a fight. We've seen it with some of the best fighters in the world. Just that, you know, it just burns those fast twitch muscle fibers fast.
And he did have to work very hard for that takedown.
Yes, super hard. And it wasn't like he was relying on techniques, kind of physical and forced at points. And Amini being very active from the bottom, tying up the arms, looking for angles, showing some good jiu-jitsu fundamentals. Looking for a sweep there.
Yeah, you can expect Paul Jones to have a very, very serious base coming to the last 20 seconds of this round. It's been all Paul Jones.
I mean, is this to some degree Amini's strategy? Ride out round one, let Paul Jones use all that aggression, tire himself out a little bit, and then come out round two, be able to pick him off from the outside. But this round is all Paul Jones.
Yeah, you think tactically. Yeah, Paul Jones, he still looks fired up. He doesn't look terribly tired, but you can tell he's breathing heavy, as is Amini.
Look at Amini's corner, man. The Warriors MMA fight team. There's some traps.
Again, more traps. Trap City.
Distracted, but there's a little slap to the face was fire. Just getting the attention, you know. And this is unique to what kind of fighter you have, how you corner them.
Well, he thinks he needs to wake him up and just fight a bit smarter. There was a few points there where Amini could have easily sprawled on and escaped that double leg attempt by Paul Jones, especially at the very beginning of the round, just keeping the pressure down, keeping the head away from you, and making him climb up the body. But as you said, it might be tactical. He might be trying to get him to wear out, and they're firing up Paul Jones in the corner, saying he's ready. He's got his hands in the air.
I don't think he needs it. I think his superhuman testosterone levels are powering him through.
They both got to back up. I think Amini tasted a lot of success with that jab at the very beginning. Maybe he wants to work off that, maybe get behind the jab and start moving.
Kick up the middle. I always think that, you know, like that, Steve. I am clever.
Seriously. Yeah, he's got to get heavy now. Now we get it wrapped again. And it's going to be harder because Jones is going to be slippier. Yep, pops his head out. Amini settling for the overwrap again instead of the underhook. He needs to fight himself back up.
Paul Jones sticking to the game plan here of getting the takedown, staying on top, being dangerous, looking for ground and pound, not taking too many risks.
Saw Amini try to kick off the cage there. I'd rather see him try to build up behind an underhook right now and start slowly building himself up so that Paul has to work hard to keep him down.
Yeah, and what we're seeing from Amini is, you know, good fundamental jiu-jitsu skills. He's looking to get back to guard, putting his arms in the right place. Lots of great fundamentals, but not dynamic enough to get the sweep or submission from the ground.
Yes, so he's not going to have that big explosive sweep, but he's going to have to, like I said, start building up an underhook and start turning in.
Yeah, he's turning the wrong way right now, Steve. He actually needs to turn to his left, and he's turning to his right. If he turned to his left, he'd be able to bring his left leg through, and there's a lot of space there. Paul Jones, that's it. And he's seen the error of his ways now. Now he's turning to his left, but he just doesn't have that underhook. He didn't take the underhook with him, the right underhook. If he had, right now, he'd probably be out of this position or on the back. Oh, beautiful bridge.
He's going to wind up. He's got butterfly hooks in. Can he elevate Paul Jones into the air and start trying to get some space? It goes back to a butterfly half.
Yeah, good work by Jones to step over that leg. Very easily done.
And again, Jones doing well to stay very busy on top, just peppering some shots in. Amini just hasn't clocked it that he needs an underhook yet.
I like the Jones leg rack from the top. Very, you know, Khabib Sambo-esque. Just holding that, Randy Couture before any of them.
Yep.
holding that half guard top position, getting some ground and pound going and winning the round.
I'm very happy with that underhook on the right-hand side so he can continue to either pepper the body or use it as a control and pressure position. Right now, I'm not seeing a lot from Amini to flip the script on this now. We're 45 seconds left in this second round, and you have to say you've lost 2 rounds immediately. The takedown and control is just dominating right now, even with that kick up the middle that you called at the very beginning, Chris. See, Amini just doesn't see it on his left side. He just needs to. Oh, and now he's turning away.
Oh, Amini back to his feet. That's good.
Possibly he gets dragged back down by the strength and weight of Paul Jones.
And although Paul Jones, yeah, he's clearly the stronger of the 2 fighters, he does have some really good technique, positioning, hip positioning, control. Amini back to his feet
and take down of his own, maybe? If he can charge forward, does he have the strength or the weight? There you go, right hands, left, right. Oh, I don't know. How are the judges going to see that? Right uppercut lands at the very, very end.
This is what you could see that Paul Jones is not at all comfortable on his feet.
No.
There was no looking for counter shots. There was no slipping, moving footwork. It was just diving.
Amini's not comfortable off his back.
Yep.
So you've got not necessarily a clash of styles, but a clash of familiarity and comfort. Honestly, you can fix Amini's whole game with an underhook off of the
on one side. Yeah, it's a straight through.
You could probably also fix Paul Jones with a couple jabs coming forward and some straight punches. But I think he's playing, not necessarily, I'm not going to say playing it safe, but he's going to go back to what has been successful so far.
And I mean, my advice for Paul Jones going forward in his amateur career is to start, this is a good game plan. This is clearly what you're built for, and you're getting the takedowns. You're so good at it. If we could start at least feinting, you throw a big right and then feint another one, and that's the time to shoot. Just a little bit of a setup.
Yeah, get their hands up, because Amini could defend these. Just isn't quite getting there yet.
Yeah, it's very frustrating. You feel like
Amini's tired as well.
Yeah, a few fundamentals from Amini, and this fight could be so different.
Jab, circle to your right. I see.
Oh, nice little uppercut on the middle.
He's getting back in the cage. He needs
Jones
to circle.
Catches the knee. He needs to get off the cage. It's Amini.
And now Amini needs to continue to come up with that underhook, not let his legs get sucked in. Certainly not get sat down so easily there. Anyway, I do wrestling seminars if the War Lions need a little bit of that.
Drop us a message.
Give me a shot at Knucklehead on Instagram.
Me and Steve would love this seminar. Here, do the first half. Awesome takedowns, cagecraft. I'll do how to get an underhook from half guard after.
Brilliant.
What a team.
Just always selling ourselves here, Chris. But here, again, Paul Jones doing exactly what he has to do. Randy Couture style on top. You can even see his hips are driven in. He's putting a lot of pressure on Amini, and something that shouldn't have been wearing him out so much is because he's got pressure through the diaphragm. It's hard for Amini to get a whole breath in right now.
And although we're being a little bit critical of the technique on both sides, I think this is a strong debut for both fighters. They're showing real heart coming out to this cage here in Dunstable. Jones has got the takedown, shown how strong he is, shown good technique from the top. Amini with the guard recovery, the movement, little moments of brilliance with the striking. I mean, they've both got something to be proud of in this performance.
But yeah, some successes for both of them. But
it's 2 rounds down.
2 rounds down, and time is ticking away for Amini to do anything to win this fight.
Good tattoos by Jones. I like it. Full sleeves. You look good with the full sleeves, Steve. I think it's you.
I don't know.
Carp or something.
I was just trying to listen to the advice coming from the War Lions corner. He's saying push off.
Push off. They need to be telling him to get a right underhook. That's what he's got
to start coming in on the.
Yeah, he needs to get on his. If I was in the corner of Amini right now, I'd be saying you need to be on your left side, and then when he does that, I'd then saying right underhook. Just nice, repeated instructions, nice and clear.
Always the same. And then we got a minute now. Can Amini make anything happen here, or is it going to be the grind-out show of Paul Jones?
Because that left overhook that Amini's using is effectively kind of almost trapping himself in half guard. It's just he's escaping the wrong way, Steve, which is kind of giving his back, and it's almost working because the base of Jones is not perfect. His weight placement is at. There's definitely space and opportunity to escape, like right there. But Amini needs to be staying on his left side.
And Amini's he's actively searching for that overwrap rather than the underhook.
Yeah.
Time is slowly ticking down.
The corner of Jones. corner for action, try and get a finish to this fight. I think it's going to be
20 seconds remaining.
very
little
difficult
left.
with 20 seconds. Solid performance by Paul Jones, excellent. And the Middlesbrough Fight Academy team.
10 seconds, and it doesn't look like anything significant is going to happen for Amini, but something significant is happening for Paul Jones as he's starting to get some real power on that ground and pound. And after 3 rounds, we're going to have to go to the judges' decisions. That's 3 3-minute rounds, and probably a good time for us to talk about the rules here in amateur MMA, at least under the Battle Arena program. We've got punches and kicks to the head, but no knees to the head. No elbows to the head at all. And as usual, no shots. Yep. Paul Jones thinks he's done quite well. Let's see if the judges agree.
We're going to be going to the judges' scorecards, but as far as I can see, there's a pretty one-sided fight on the scorecards. I mean, he's going to be so frustrated. I think watching this tape back, just seeing a few fundamentals that could have completely changed the course of this fight. And I think when you have a fighter that takes you down and just holds you down and ground and pounds, but doesn't do enough damage to get the finish, it can be very frustrating.
Nice chain, by the way. Very nice chain.
I mean, a fairly predictable decision. I mean, he did enough damage to win every round, controlled every round. An impressive debut there for Mr. Paul Jones. Looking forward to him maybe taking on a slightly more skilled opponent that can, you know, go back at those muscles with a little bit of technique.
Yeah, just find a way underneath those things.